Today we're going to talk about fish oil and why I don't really regret sharing this on my Costco post, but why there are better options. So the reason I like this fish oil is because it's cold pressed. But the main reason you take fish oil is for EPA and DHA. So this has 230 of EPA and DHA, right? In one soft gel. But there are other supplements that are way higher in EPA and DHA, and I'm not promoting any of these specifically. I'm just saying when you're looking for fish oil supplements, try to find ones that are high in EPA and DHA. I would say this one is not when you look at like what other options there are. So this is one we got on Amazon, and brand doesn't matter. Look at this. 1,200 milligrams of EPA and 500 of DHA. So this would be a much better option than this, especially if you're taking it for like your mental health or like inflammation. And then also, this is another one I found that is pretty high. This one's like ridiculously high. By the way, you have to be really brave to try this one because it's a teaspoon of fish oil. It doesn't taste fishy, but it is like, there is a hint of sardines in there, which is funny because there actually are sardines on the ingredient label. But look at this one. If you just swallow a teaspoon of this, you're getting 1,900 milligrams of EPA and 900 of DHA. So I've been doing this instead of this. We may even return this. I'm not saying this is a bad option, but something that's really high in EPA like this, if you're brave enough, or this would probably be better. You can also go on Amazon and there are a lot of options. Just like, boom, as you can see. So that's a little lesson on fish oil. I didn't really have anything to cook today because we sat up, what's it called? We got some like inflatable Santas for the front yard. I'll show you guys a picture of them. Sophia's doing great. She kind of just had her nightly meltdown, so Anna quickly gave her a bottle. And once I get off of here, I have some Mississippi pot roast I'm making a reel for. I guess I'll show you guys now. And I'm going to put it on some mashed cauliflower. But I'll show you guys the blow-up Santa I put up today. How do you guys feel about inflatable Christmas decorations outside? Honestly, at first I was like not into them, and then I saw it in our yard and I really like it. Oh my goodness, okay. You guys like them. All right, I'll show you our Santa. And we got a gingerbread man. Uni, they're not your thing. Chicago doesn't like them either. Yeah, I had my doubts, but once I saw it up. I wanted to get the 20-foot tall one, but we just didn't have enough space between that little tree and the flower bed, so it wouldn't have fit. I missed what we need to look for in fish oil. Can you repeat, please? So when I repost this, you'll be able to see, but I basically said when you are buying fish oil, search for things that are high in EPA and DHA rather than just like labeled as fish oil. Look for one that's like high in EPA and DHA. Oh, you guys like them. Thank you so much. And we got another one that I didn't set up, but we couldn't stick it where we wanted it to because you have to like stake it into the ground or it'll blow away. And we were going to get this for like our little family. Yeah, Rosario, cod liver is amazing. You're welcome, Cindy. So we'll see if that one goes up or if we return it. I don't know. We'll have to find a place for it. Today it was rainy, and it actually wasn't rainy, but it was so foggy. I couldn't see more than like a few feet in front of me on our walk this morning. I was walking with Sophia. That's what it looked like. And fun fact, that's actually my favorite weather to go running. So today on my run, this is what I did. As you guys know, I'm working on the book. I'm like trying to piece it all together. I think I've reached a point where I have everything written-wise that's going into the book and all of the recipes. It's all done. I just have to organize the written material. So I'm like so ADD that I can't sit there and edit the book and read it. I get bored after like 30 minutes. So what I did was I like sacrificed 2 hours to do this, and I read out loud on my voiceover microphone the entire written part of the book, and I listened to it, and then I actually put it into like an audio editing software, sped it up so it was like double speed, and then I listened to it on my run, and doing that has really helped me think about how I need to like rearrange the written part. And I really think this book is going to come out soon. Like, I know I've been saying January. I really think we're going to hit that January date because I can't think of anything else I need to add to it. So I just want you guys to know, like, thank you for everyone who's been patiently waiting for the book. You're welcome, JJ. I'm glad you find them helpful. Do you have a favorite keto cocktail / mocktail recipe? All right, so you can drink a lot of alcohol on keto, starting with clear liquor, hard seltzers, light beer, dry wine. What else do you have? I think those are the main alcohol choices on keto. And as far as like cocktails and mocktails, I like margaritas with how do I make my margaritas? With just like Truvia, and we make like simple syrup out of it? Yeah. So we'll make simple syrup out of something like Truvia and make a margarita. I also like using the 0 sugar lemonades and the 0 sugar fruit punch, the Minute Maid one. They're so good to me.
My favorite is just muddling berries and adding them to seltzer, like a flavored seltzer.
Yeah, Anna actually has, I need to make a video for that. It's been a while. We have a video for Anna's like favorite cocktail, but we didn't, you actually made that, remember? You were in Puerto Rico. And you basically just muddle berries and mix it with seltzer and tequila. And you could add any liquor to that, but yeah, that one's really good as well. Your food is so good. Hey, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I like if I'm having alcohol. I know you can do a lot with Ultima. Ultima is like a good way to keep your electrolytes up while you are also drinking. And that's basically, those are like the only things I would really drink. I like hard seltzers. Beer is so disgusting to me. Wine gives me heartburn. I tried the 0 lemonade, and they're mostly good, but I had one that had an aftertaste. Eek. Oh, so you're saying one of the flavors had an aftertaste, or are you saying they all did? And like you had a drink of one that had an aftertaste. Burn, we are not cooking tonight. I have Mississippi pot roast. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to finish this reel I made for it. You guys can probably see this video of me taking a bite of some butter, if I can find it, for that video. I made 2 reels yesterday, but I only got halfway done with this one. It's like really long. I can't find it. Okay. Oh, so the strawberry lemonade one had an aftertaste to you. Yeah, Burn. That's what I was thinking. I wanted to hop on, talk about some fish oil, and just chat for a little bit. I feel like even if I'm not cooking something, I should at least go live. That's how Keto Snacks really started. So in 2018, when I started Keto Snacks, it was actually like on, I think Christmas of 2017, I came up with the idea to make this account. And then on like New Year's, I started actually posting recipes and stuff. And then that whole year, it was just all pictures of food. Same with like the first half of 2019. And then on Easter of 2019, I posted a selfie because I was like, man, I'm posting all these recipes, but no one knows who I am. So I posted a selfie, and I'm really bad at smiling in selfies. So like I was like doing like a weird smile, and my eyebrows were like super, like you guys notice. People always call out how my eyebrows are like weird, but everyone replied to it saying I look like I'm being held hostage. So I was like, man, I can't post selfies. How do I like let people know that I'm the person behind Keto Snacks? So I just went live and I did Q&A, and I did that for basically just only Q&A lives for all of the rest of 2019, basically all of 2020. Once I moved to Austin, I started doing cooking lives. Once Anna came, we started doing cooking lives together. And then I haven't been as consistent with the lives lately, but when this new book comes out, we're going to make like a recipe from the book on live basically every day for the first 3 months of the year. Lise, you remember the old days outside with my mom's. It wasn't a great day, and it was a Doberman, but yes. Do you ever break keto, and when? Why? Benefits from your personal experience. So I stay keto most of the time. Backtracking to like the beginning of my keto journey, in 2016, I had weekly cheat days. And it wasn't even a day, it was like 24 hours. So it started at midnight on Thursday, and then I would eat, that would be like a big meal. And then all day on Friday I would eat. And then I would go to sleep in a food coma, and I just wouldn't be hungry for the next 3 days. And then the cravings would come back, and I would like struggle to make it to Thursday night. And that was like my life for the first year. The second year I kind of cut back and did bi-weekly, eventually got to once a month. And then I just went on a period where I literally didn't eat off plan for like 2 years. I had a few meals in that 2-year period, but basically from like spring of 2019 to June of 2021, I had a few meals here and there, but I didn't have a full day off. And then this past year has just been insane. June of 2021, we went to New York. I had like 3 days off plan. And then I started getting more free with like cheat days, and we went on 2 more vacations where I went totally off plan. And then on like Thanksgiving and Christmas of last year, I also went crazy. And then this year we got pregnant, and it was like another experience where I was pregnant too. So we were both eating for 2, and I was having more and more cheat days. Never to the point where I gave up. I always did keto for like 5-6 days a week, every week, unless it was a holiday. Then I would go off for maybe 2 or 3 days. But in general, it was like 6 days a week with mostly just one cheat meal. And then sometimes I had cheat days, aside from holidays where it was a few days. But all that I've learned from that experience is my 2 years with like no cheats at all, I was much more satisfied with keto food than I was during the after that, where I was like flirting with cheats. Because when you do keto for so long and you're just eating keto foods and you're like, this is the life that I'm living, you kind of just forget how much better carbs are. So the cravings aren't even like a self-sabotage thing when you're consistently cheating, which sometimes that is the case. But for me, it was like, there's just not much that tastes as good as a chicken basket from Dairy Queen to me. And our apartment was right next to Dairy Queen. So I remember times like when we were pregnant that I would go get a chicken basket from Dairy Queen when I was cheating. And it's like, it was just because it tastes better. But when you do keto for a really long time and you don't cheat, you kind of just forget that. And the food you're eating tastes really good to you. Like your taste buds start to change. So if you're the type of person who can have a meal that's like off plan once every 2 weeks, I think that's fine. But if that turns into 3 days off, turns into 7 days off, and then you just give up completely, there is a case to say abstinence is really beneficial, and just making it your like full-time lifestyle, treat this like AA, never have carbs again. That's also a beneficial mindset. But you don't want to go too deep down that path because you have to be a little flexible. There are times where you're at a wedding or Christmas and you do have a piece of cake. If your whole identity is like, I'm the type of person who never cheats, two things might happen when you have the piece of cake. Maybe you're like disgusted at yourself and you're like, I'm never doing that again. But maybe you're like, man, I'm such a failure. So if you have the piece of cake as someone who's all in on keto and you have kind of a victim mentality, you know, which I do at times, we all do at times. It's easy to say, man, I failed. I'm a terrible person. This is horrible. Let me just eat my sorrows. So if that's the case, you want to be very careful about adopting an all or nothing mindset. But I've also been on the other side of the spectrum at times where I was all in on keto. And for example, when I moved to Austin, my family celebrated and they got a cookie cake. And rather than having the cookie cake and feeling like, oh no, it's over, my whole identity is crumbling down, I was like, I don't care, whatever. It tasted okay, it was good, but I don't want more of it because my identity was at more of like an empowered place at that point in my journey. And you're going to fluctuate back and forth. So you just want to be aware of yourself and think about these things. I think reading self-help books, getting into therapy, finding like self-help YouTubers, the more you think about your mindset and the way you navigate your keto journey and like you just explore different mindsets, learning about growth mindset is really beneficial. You just want to like open your mind to the idea that you have more control over your choices than you think. And once you prove that to yourself by like starting small and gradually getting to the point where you can go 2 years without a cheat, you would be amazed at how different of a person you are at that point than you were when you started. Hey, what's up, John? All right, guys. I have to take Sophia to Walmart to get a extension cord and let Anna relax for a little bit. So I'm going to get off here, but I hope that I gave some good advice. If you guys get fish oil, remember, look for the EPA and DHA. Hey, thank you so much, Jihei. Yes, Sophia was the most motivated. So like, I was worried when Sophia got here, I would just be like glued to the couch, like just wanting to spend every second staring into her eyes. And while it's true that I love like bonding with her, if anything, it gave me like motivation to just work 24/7 because it's like being a content creator is kind of financially insecure, you know? I'm very fortunate and blessed, but also nothing is guaranteed. Like if social media is no longer in the budget of all of these brands and people decide not to buy my book, like, you know, so seeing Sophia is like this fire inside of me. It's like, I have to work, I have to make more videos. The videos have to be better. I have to get healthier because if I'm not healthy, who's going to buy my book? You know, it's like basically every second of my day, even if I am going on a run or lifting weights or making videos, it's like all for Sophia. So yeah, I'm glad you made that observation because that's like really how I feel right now. It's a beautiful thing. All right, guys, I love you. I believe in you. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a blessed rest of your night. Andrea, I'm sorry we're not cooking anything, but I did give a little lesson on fish oil. So Mandy, you'll be able to see it when I repost it. All right, guys, I love you. I believe in you. Bye.